Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tara, and this is the Reclaimed Ranch. And for today's video, we're going to do some pumpkins. I've seen some really cool pumpkins on Pinterest and different YouTube channels and stuff lately, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I also have some really cool news about the giveaway, so stay tuned till the end to get the information for that, and I hope you like the projects.
Okay, so this first pumpkin, I have had a bunch of spindles for a long time from old chairs and different shelves. And so I thought I could make cute little pumpkins with those. And I got these wood rounds at a thrift store. They were like a bag of 6 for like $4. So I just used some Titebond glue, glued the spindle to that little piece of round wood, let that sit overnight. And then I had a bunch of these little spools of thread. So I thought it looks really cute just sitting on there. And then we're going to use some Spanish moss to kind of decorate around the top. And you can do any kind of decorations. I kind of kept it simple. I put some Spanish moss and then I just used this little piece of greenery here to stick in there, just using some hot glue to hold it in. And then I think I put one little piece of lace ribbon around the top and called it good, but you can embellish it any way you want. I just wanted to get some neutral colors for the fall into my booth. And then after fall is over, you could actually take that little spool off and use it as a toilet paper holder if you wanted to. Be kind of cute on the back of a toilet. So yeah, just this little piece of lace ribbon, and that's all I did. And then these Bundt pans have been a big deal lately. So I used to glue this piece of wood down. I used the E6000, a little bit heavier glue. And then I'm going to use that greenery to put the first layer down. And I had to fill a hole in that wood leg there. All I used was just the Dollar Tree spackle. And then I used my antiquing glaze to color it the wood color. So we're just going to go around with all this greenery, and then I'm going to put a layer of the Spanish moss on top of that. We're just going to kind of do a little floral arrangement on top of it. And these were just some pieces of corn, decorative corn that I had. So I'm just going to tear them apart a little bit, glue them on top of the Spanish moss as another section or layer of the decor. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm using a thicker ribbon. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. And I went with a neutral white color since the orange is so bright on this Bundt pan. And I looked at it for a second and I fiddled around with the bow and I'm like, it's not quite enough. So then I ended up going downstairs in my floral stash and finding some things to embellish it a little bit more. And I just grabbed a bunch of things from my stash. And I took some of these leaves off, and then I took a wheat stem and I just stuck it inside the leaves. Seemed to fit okay. And then I'm going to trim it down with my wire cutters. And then just put some hot glue on the end there after I bend it down. And then I can glue it to the Bundt pan. And then I just put a few different layers of the leaves and the wheat, berries, things like that, just until it looked a lot better. And there we have our cute little Bundt pan pumpkin. And then this came from, I believe, Hobby Lobby. It's a big bucket. And that Farm Fresh, I wanted to take off that lettering. So I tried some acetone and it worked really well. And it took off all the rust paint as well. And that was my fault. I did not push record. What I did do was I put 2 coats of the DIY's faded burlap on to this bucket here. And then now I'm going to seal it with Big Top. And then I'm going to use a fall transfer from Redesigned by Prima. It's called Thankful Autumn. And it has really, really pretty colors, like a more neutral, muted colors scheme for fall, which I like. And here's that transfer. See how pretty it is? It has really, really neat pumpkins in it and florals and words and all kinds of fun stuff. So I thought that these flowers fit that faded burlap color perfectly. So this is the same as any IOD transfer, except for it's just a different brand. So you just peel off that backing. You're going to place it where you want to, which was my mistake. Always make sure that you look for the back of your project first. You'll see kind of at the end that the line to the back of the bucket is like right to the left of that thanks. Or right there. So that should have been the back, but that's okay. Because what I could do now with this is I could keep it and just put a blanket over the side with a pillow in it. And it would be really, really cute. And nobody would even know. So just a heads up. Make sure to check the back of your project first and then line it up. So I just use the tool, put my fingers underneath that vellum and burnish it in after we're done. And this is the last pumpkin I had from Goodwill. It has little indentations and things in it, but that wasn't a big deal to me because what we're going to do is we're going to put a textured paint on this. I'm just going to peel that sticker off. And I'm at the very bottom of my eucalyptus paint from Fusion. And these products are on my website for sale. And so it's already kind of thick. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the salt wash to it. I have salt wash right now open, but it's called Fresco, and it's the same type of thing as salt wash. It's just a paint additive that you put in with your paint to make it more textured, and you can use as much or as less as you want. So I don't like opening more than one container, so when I'm done with my salt wash, then I'll use my Fresco from now on. But I'm just going to add a little bit of the salt wash and then mix it up really, really good. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint that pumpkin. This red is a little too bold for my liking, so I want to tone it down a little bit. So it's a very, very thick mixture, which makes it easy to coat it in one coat. I only put one coat in, and then I just kind of went over just a couple areas that were peeking through. But for the most part, it was just a one coat deal and I was done. You can see how textured that is. And then I went ahead and just kind of sanded it with the 220 grit sandpaper just to get some of those bumps off. But we're going to go in with this IOD mold called Olive Crest, and I'm going to use my cornstarch to put into all the molds that I want to use with my air dry clay. And that way it won't stick when it's coming out. And then I used this is the DAS. I just got it off of Amazon. I think it's also at Hobby Lobby. I don't know what other craft stores would carry it, but I went ahead and just made a bunch of molds that I wanted to put on top of this pumpkin to embellish it. I'm just going to use my hand to kind of help pull those out. And then I made quite a bit more molds than this, but just to kind of give you an idea. And then I'm going to use my Tite Bond Quick and Thick to adhere those to the pumpkin. And then I did go back over with that eucalyptus paint and put some of the paint onto those leaves instead of them being just stark white. And then after that, I went ahead and added some Dark and Decrepit from DIY just to bring those details out and kind of give it more of an old world look. And I did this before they even dried. I mean, everything was still wet at this point, just for video purposes to get it done. But usually I would like to let it dry overnight. So here's the Dark and Decrepit. You can see how I kind of went in just a little bit with the green on the leaves. So I'm going to use a stipple brush to put it in there, a little wax brush, and then kind of pull the most excess off with a shop towel, but I found that it wasn't working as good as I wanted it, so then I switched to a baby wipe, and that worked a lot better. I had to go in real gentle because, of course, the clay is still soft. It hasn't hardened yet, so I didn't want to lose any of the details. And then I went in with the Rub and Buff of Antique Gold and the Spanish Copper to give it some fun accent highlights. I just used it on my finger, rubbed it onto the high spots of the leaves with the Antique Gold, and then I used the Spanish Copper kind of in the indentations to darken those up a little bit. And I think it turned out gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think and what was your favorite pumpkin so far. See how pretty that light hits those highlighted areas. I think it makes it look so fancy. And here's a take at everything we did today. Thank you for watching, and go ahead and stay tuned for some instructions on the giveaway next, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Okay, everyone. So a couple of videos ago, I explained that there's going to be a giveaway done, and it's a giveaway from myself. I was going to wait till I hit 1,000 subscribers, but you know what? I don't feel like waiting that long, and I'm sure you guys want to get the prizes so that you can start doing your own creations. So what I decided to do is I will do one giveaway every 3 months or every season, so to speak. So this first one will be the IOD transfers from that 7, or the IOD transfer video. and we'll do the C catalog. And that gives you a bunch of little mini transfers to be able to do smaller projects if you've never done a transfer before. They do come with their own little transfer tool. And then we're going to do the transfer wander, which I used in that video. So there, of course, has to be rules involved with YouTube giveaways. So let me just go over those really quick, and then I'll go ahead and link them in the description box below so that you can refer back to them. So the first one is you do have to be a subscriber to my channel, The Reclaimed Ranch. And you need to like, comment, and share this video as much as possible. The winner will be randomly chosen from a site that chooses all the comments and just kind of goes through, filters out any duplicates and things like that, and then picks one winner. You do not need to purchase anything to be eligible to be in this contest. Everyone's welcome to apply. And I'm just looking at my notes here on my computer. You do have to do all the above to be entered into the drawing. And then, of course, YouTube is not sponsored and is not liable for any part of this giveaway at all. It's all from me, my own money. I bought all of these transfers. And so it's just something fun that I want to do for my audience. I will not use any of your personal information other than to contact you to figure out where to send the prizes. So we will have 1 week from today, and on next Saturday, I will go ahead and choose the winner. So we have a week to have everybody comment and share and like the video. That gives everybody plenty of time to be eligible. And then after I announce the winner next Saturday, I'm going to hopefully do it by 12 p.m. Pacific time. You'll have 48 hours to email me at thereclaimedranch.com. And when I get that email, I am going to give you a password to then go back and put the password into this original video. You are the only one that should be able to edit your comments on the videos. And so that's the only way I can validate that it's actually you that I'm sending the prize to and not some scammer. And then we'll kind of go through this again next Saturday when I announce the winner. And so, yeah, so when I get that email, I'll send you a password. You'll put the password in your original comments. That way I'll know it's validated, and then I'll email you again to get your address and then send it out right away. If you do not email me within the 48 hours, I will choose another random winner. And then we all have to comply with YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines. So I'll leave links below to those. I know it sounds like a lot for a contest, but it's pretty easy. So let's try it out and have some fun. See you soon.